Now let's look at graphing quadratics in standard form. So the first thing, let's talk about what we mean by standard form of a quadratic. What we mean is that it's written in the form y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. An example would be y is equal to 2x squared minus 8x plus 3. In this case, we would identify a as the coefficient in front of the x squared, so in this case a is 2. B is the coefficient in front of the x, so that's a minus 8. And c is the constant, or the number without a variable after it. In this case it's 3. So in this case, the way that we find it is the first step is to find the vertex. And the way that you find the vertex is you use the formula x is equal to minus b over 2a. In this case, minus b, so it's minus it's a negative of a negative 8, and 2 over 2. So a negative and negative is a positive, so that's a positive 8 over 4. So x is 2. So the x value of the vertex is 2. To find the y value of the vertex, you simply plug in x. So let's write that down. To find y, plug in x. What's x? Minus b over 2a. So you go y is equal to 2x squared minus 8x plus 3. And you go 2 times 2 squared minus 8 times 2 plus 3. Remember, you want to do the powers first, so that's 2 squared is 4. So 2 times 4 minus 8 times 2 plus 3. After you do the powers, you want to do the multiplying, so that's 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16, so it's 8 minus 16 plus 3. 8 minus 16 is a minus 8 plus 3, so y is minus 5. And you already know that x is 2, so you know the vertex is x is equal to 2, y is equal to minus 5. And that's the first step in graphing. The second thing, you don't necessarily need to do this, but if you notice, if the coefficient in front of the x squared is positive, you know it opens up. So now that we know the vertex is 2 minus 5, and we know it opens up, we can find what's called the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry is just a vertical line that goes through the vertex. So that's going to be x is equal to whatever the x value of the vertex is, so that's x equals 2. And we already know quite a bit about how to graph this. Let's do what we know already. So let's graph the vertex. The vertex is 2 minus 5, so that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to put a little V there to remind me that's the vertex. And then you know the axis of symmetry is going to be a vertical line that goes through that point. Now the axis of symmetry isn't part of the graph, so I draw as a dotted line. And that's going to be a vertical line, so it's always going to be x equals something because it's x equals 2. We know it opens up, so all that we need to do is now is to find 2 points. The way we find 2 points is we simply do a table of values. Let me pull this away for a second. The way we're going to do that is we're going to draw a little table. Let this be x and this be y. We're going to put the vertex in the middle column, so that's 2 minus 5. And now what we're going to do is we're going to find 2 points by choosing any value of x we want to. And once we know x, plugging it into the original equation to find y. So what do we have here? We can choose any x we want to. I'm going to choose an x that's bigger than the x value of the vertex. I'm going to choose 4. Now the distance between 2 and 4 is 2, so I'm going to go the same distance backwards. So that's 2 minus 2 is 0. You don't have to do that, but it gives it a prettier graph and it also makes it easier. Now, to find y, you just simply set x equal to whatever point you chose. So I chose x equals 0. So I'll plug that into the original equation. And that's 2 times 0 squared minus 8 times 0 plus 3. 0 squared is 0, and 2 times 0 is 0, so that's 0 minus 8 times 0 is 0 plus 3, so y is simply 3. So you can even plot that point, 0, 3. If you go back to your original graph, x is 0 and y is 3. That'd be that point right there. Now you need to find another point. I chose x is equal to 4, so you simply plug in x equal 4 into the original equation. Y is equal to 2x squared minus 8x plus 3. So that's 2 times 4 squared minus 8 times 4 plus 3. You want to do the powers first, so that's 2 times 16 minus 8 times 4 plus 3. Be very careful here about your order of operations. 2 times 16 is going to be 32, right? We do powers first and then we do multiplying. 8 times 4 is 32. And then we're going to go 32 minus 32 is 0 plus 3 is 3. So we get y is 3. So now we're going to plot that point. We're going to plot the point 0, 3, 2 minus 5, and 4, 3. Now, what we know about a parabola is it's fairly flat at first. It gets steeper and steeper and steeper. This is actually going to be pretty steep everywhere. And just try to sketch this in as well as you can. And that graph is going to be the graph of y is equal to 2x squared minus 8x plus 3. What do we did that? We first found the vertex. The way you find the vertex is x is equal to minus b over 2a. Once you know the x value of the vertex, you plug it in to find the y value. Then you know the axis of symmetry and you do a table of values.